help you transition. It's designed to help you take it to the next level. It's designed so you to be your own bank. It's designed to show you how you can be your own bank. My name is Tasha M. Dyer, and I am facilitating the call this evening. And as we log on and as we discuss this, I'm just like you. I am no different than anyone else on this call. And by that, I mean, we have done what our parents told us to do and what equates to success. That means that you go to school, get good grades, go to college, and get you one of those, quote unquote, those good jobs. Well, I've done that. Just so we all had the same parents, because I'm quite sure you heard the exact same thing, right? So, U.S. Army major retired, MBA, financial advisor. I have the certificates, I have the credentials, and even more than what I just gave to you. But what does that mean? What does that say? It says absolutely nothing, because as long as you're employed by someone else, you are going to work harder than the person that you are employed for, but you will never earn enough revenue. You'll never earn enough income to be to be the neighbor to your boss. So keep that in mind. So as we go through life and we understand what it is we're trying to accomplish, you have to learn how to embrace and how to be your own bank and take that to the next level. So where do we begin? We begin with our mindset. Everything we do begins with your mindset. See, as a man thinketh, so is he. So it all begins with your mindset. So as we begin, see, you're on a journey. You're on a mission. We're educating and financially empowering 1 million families by March the 28th, 2021. That is the goal of the BYOB. So that's what's going to happen. You write it down. So you begin, and you should have pen and paper this evening. You should be taking notes, because this has to become you. So as we begin this call, as we begin to understand our mindset, the first thing I'm going to ask you is, are you a millionaire? Are you a billionaire? Are you wealthy? What is it that you are? What is it? And I'm going to pause for a minute so you can answer that question to yourself. You know, you're muted. So you can actually say it out loud. I want you to speak it. I want you to understand it. I want you to feel, what is your answer? Are you wealthy? My answer is yes. What is your answer? Are you wealthy? See, the answer to that question, the answer should be yes. And I don't care what your bank account looks like. I don't care what you personally have going on in your life. It does not matter, because even if you are financially stable enough to where you don't have to live check to check, are you wealthy? Are you living in the right quadrant of the cash flow quadrant? Are you wealthy? Is your money working for you? That's when you have obtained wealth. So are you a billionaire yet? Have you reached that? So I want you to begin, and I want you to start with your mindset. The answer should be yes, because you have to think it first. What's in your heart, your mind, what comes out of your mouth will manifest. So you think it first, then you speak it, then you perform it. See, you are here to create your value. You are here to determine your worth. You're the only person that get to make that decision. But if you don't own it, somebody else will do it for you. So as we transition into mindset and we begin to go over the 5 mindset principles, because it's just 5 of them that you need to understand. So as we begin to transition into that, you should begin to think and have the proper and correct mindset. You are going to create your own value, because someone else will do it for you if you don't do it for yourself. So as we begin to think it, the first mindset principle is your compelling why. It's your compelling why. See, a why has to move you to tears. Your why is your cause. Your why is your reason. Your why is your purpose. Your why is about you. We were all put on this earth for something. We were all born into this for something, not to just get up and go to work and come home and do it again the next day. We're brought here for a purpose. So what is your purpose? What is your mission? What is it that you are called to do? How can you accomplish that? See, no matter how you feel about money, no matter what it is that you desire to do, no matter what gifts and talents and abilities you have, it all is going to take some sort of financial resources. Every single thing is going to take a financial resource. So what is your why? What is your cause? What is your purpose? Why were you put on this earth? What is it that you are meant to do? So my question, when I ask that, I need your why. I need you to feel it. I need you to answer that. I need you to know that you take that to the next level. It has to make you cry. It has to move you. So as I ask this question, your answer cannot be, oh, financial freedom. Your answer cannot be, oh, to leave a legacy, because it has to be something so specific to you. Think about when you go to buy a house or a car, which we consider major purchases. When you buy a house, you don't pick up the phone and talk to your real estate agent or ask them to pull properties and you say, oh, I just need a house. Because if you just needed a house, they give you a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. No, you're very specific in your desires. You're very specific in what you want. Not only do you know you need a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, you know that you need granite countertops. You know that you need a separate tub and shower in the master suite. You know exactly what it is that you desire. See, that when you go looking for that house, if you're getting that car and you know it needs leather seats, it moves you because you don't want to see anything outside of what you desire. You don't want to see anything outside of what compels you and what moves you, because you will not put your time and effort and energy into that. So when we're talking about your why, when we're talking about what compels you, it has to be greater and bigger than financial freedom. It has to be greater and bigger than just to leave a legacy, because what does that mean to you? What does it mean to you? The same way your house might look different than somebody else's, the same way you might be comfortable in a 4-bedroom where somebody else is comfortable in a 1. You have to know what compels you, what moves you, what were you put here for, and it must bring tears to your eyes, because you have to know that you're going to accomplish it, and you have to do everything that you're going to do to get to that other side. That's a compelling why. That is what you're on this call for. That is what's going to keep you focused and keep you moving. Number 2 is a burning desire. A burning desire is a necessity. A burning desire is your fuel. It's what's inside of you. A burning desire. Do you have that burning desire deep down on the inside of you that you're going to overcome any obstacle? That when you get up and you say your affirmations, that there is absolutely nothing and no one that will stop you. No circumstance, no anything that will get in your way from you achieving your goals. None, no excuse. It's not acceptable, because the fuel that you have inside of you, you bring to the table. The fuel that you have within you, you bring to the table. See, I was watching a movie, and there was a movie called The Liz Murray. It's a real life true story. And the lady in this movie, she was born to 2 drug addicted parents. She was a child that didn't even have good health. She was removed from her home, homeless, everything else, but her burning desire that was deep down inside of her, no matter, life is going to happen to you. It's going to happen, but she wanted success so bad. You got to want success as bad as you want to breathe. And she wanted success so bad that no matter what came in her way, she literally got a scholarship and went to Harvard. She is now a motivational speaker. When all the odds were against her, that is what she was, because her burning desire, what burned deep down inside. See, everybody's circumstance is different, but that burning desire that burns deep down inside of you, that burning desire that pulls, that's something you have to bring to the table, because the odds says she should have never made it to where she is right now. So what odds are against you? What odds are telling you that you don't deserve what you know for a fact that you do? You have to have that burning desire to push past anything. You have to have that burning desire to push past any obstacle that gets in your way. That is a burning desire. I cannot give you that burning desire. Mr. Rogers cannot give you that burning desire. Your parents cannot give you that burning desire. That burning desire is the internal. It comes from the inside and it comes out. You have to bring that to the table. Number 3 is commitment. Commitment. That's your loyalty, your dedication. This is also non-negotiable. This is your loyalty and your dedication. What are you committed to? Are you committed to you? We often get so caught up with so many things that's happening in life. But what is your commitment to? Is your commitment to you? You get on an airplane and they tell you, hey, you got to put this mask on yourself. You got to put the mask on you before you can put the mask on someone else. Do you understand that? Do you know why? Because our natural human desire would be, if I'm riding a plane with my child, yesterday was Mother's Day. And you think about all the women that celebrated Mother's Day, all the wonderful feelings that we have about being a mom, all of those things. So we always want to protect our children. So my natural desire, my natural instinct, and also all of you, you're going to want to protect that child. You're going to try to put the mask on them first. The reality is you won't survive. The reality is you won't make it. So then you both suffer. So when we say you have to be committed to you over everything else, you have to be committed to you over everything that you ever desire to do. Because when you get that commitment and you have that commitment to you, then everything else is going to fall into place. If I'm successful today, if I'm committed to Tasha, if you're committed to you, speak your name, state it, say it out loud. I am committed to me. I am committed to Tasha. So as I say my name, you have to say yours. I am committed to Tasha. And when you do that, then you will elevate, you will put yourself in a position to where you can take care of everything else that comes into place. That's what being committed is. You have to commit to yourself, because for a long time I was committed to the Army. What were you committed to? What did you put before anything else? But what does it do for you specifically? So you have to understand that you have to make that commitment to you, and everything else will fall into place. Number 4 is being coachable. Being coachable. Are you coachable? Not teachable, are you coachable? When a coach says go left, are you ready to go left? Or do you question? When a coach says do this, do you reinvent the wheel? When a coach said this is how we do this, do you execute, or do you think it needs tweaking and adjustments? Number 4 is being coachable. That means follow the yellow brick road. See, the path to success is already laid. The path to success has already been accomplished. It's no need for you to reinvent the wheel. Follow the yellow brick road. Execute how the coach does. Do you want to be an amateur, or do you want to be a professional? Because anyone that's a professional has a coach. No matter what industry you're in, no matter what field you're in, whether it's from singing, sports, whatever, golf, I don't care what it is. Football is coming up. Right now you got basketball. You see how I skipped over that? But that's a personal preference. But we're talking about being coachable. We're talking about being coachable. So you have to be coachable. You have to follow the rules. You'll develop an understanding as you go. It will be deeper and embedded inside of you as you go. You will begin to understand as you go, because you're being coached today, but tomorrow you'll be the coach. You see? So understand and just follow the yellow brick road. And then belief. Number 5 is belief. What do you believe to be true? Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe in you? Do you believe that we have your best interest at heart? What is it that you believe to be true? See, and people are going to understand, and they're going to see deep down inside of you what is actually true, what you actually believe. So no matter what comes out of your mouth, you have to believe it. It has to be internal. It has to be inside of you. That is what belief is. That has to be you, no questions asked. So out of all five, right? Out of all five, your compelling why, your burning desire, your commitment, being coachable in your belief, how many do you have? How many do you have? You know for a fact that you cannot have one. That's common sense. But they all work simultaneously. That means that you can't even have four. You have to have all five. So all five. Are you coachable? All five. Do you have a compelling why? All five. Do you have a burning desire? All five. Are you committed? And do you have your belief? Do you have all five? And when you have all five, you'll be successful. So you understand why it starts with your mindset. Because what is inside of me is what's going to come out. Where my mind is, what's in my heart is what's going to come out. And that's going to be what I believe and how I execute. But once you go to the mindset, and once you have your mindset, then understand the next thing you want to do is relate to people. And these are your 5 verbal tools. So I want to relate to people. And as I begin to relate, we've already established at the beginning of this call that we all have the same parents. We are all related because we all grew up in a society where we were taught, go to school, go get good grades, go to college, and get you one of those good jobs. But where does that leave you? What does it do for you? So you understand that as you relate to people, you're going to have to relate to them through their belief system, right? You were once that person. You were once the individual that needed the information. You were once. It's no way we have all these credentials, degrees, retirement plans, all the stuff that we've done if we did not have that belief system and that mentality. That's how we got here. But it took for somebody who understood what their purpose was in life, who picked up the phone and called you and shared this information with you, whether it had been in person, whether it was on the phone, regardless of them, they reached out to you. So had they not done that, you would not be here. Had someone not spoke to you, you would not be here. So you have to keep that in mind. As you're sharing, as you're picking up the phone, you have to keep in mind that you have to be able to relate to them through their belief system, but we got to do it through their belief system. And the belief systems are time, job, and money. See, if I got a lot of time on my hands, I typically don't have a job and I don't have money. If I have a job, I don't have time because that job is taking all my time, and I still don't have money because that business owner is only going to pay me enough to keep me employed. They're going to pay me just enough. See, I'm still not his neighbor because he's the one that's wealthy. That business owner is the one that's wealthy. And then if I have a lot of money, you pretty much, I'm normally spending all your time making money. See, that's where we are. So those are the belief systems, but you have to relate to them through those belief systems. So it's not about caring about how it makes them feel. You have to shock them because they're in the cycle. They're in the system, the same system we've been in. Now, you're going to have some that are going to jump right on it. That was me. The very first time I got shared this information, what do I need to do? How do I enroll? How do I sign? The same day. But then you're going to have some that want to stay in the system and in the cycle. But so what? We're financially educating and empowering 1 million families. 1 million. And it starts with you. Because this information is hidden in plain sight. This information is all around us. So we want to make sure that we don't make excuses. It is 62,000 retail stores that are shutting down in 2019 alone. 25% will be shut down by 2025 of what's out there. What side of the coin are you on? Where do you sit? Where are you have to share? So we're not being sympathetic. They're not sympathetic when they hand them that pink slip. They're not sympathetic when they didn't tell them that they were going to shut down until that information was sent out and they got that final decision. They were not sympathetic. They didn't care about their feelings then. What you have is so empowering. What you have is a life-changing skill. What you have, people need to know. So, but you have to be able to relate to them. And you have to be able to do it through their belief system, because they don't know what this is. The information is hidden in plain sight, but they don't know what it is. They've heard of Forex, but I really don't get it yet. So how do you share this information? I don't know how it works. I don't know how it operates. Or they think it's the stock market. So you have to be able to understand and share the information, because you are once them. Just always remember that. And then 2 is edify. So you're very thankful and grateful that someone shared it with you, because you are now a part of the 1 million. You are now a part of the ones being financially empowered and financially educated. But as we share and we talk about it, you want to edify the information in the platform that you're using. That's how important this is. See, when I edify and I share this information, the first thing I want to edify is the foreign exchange market. No, you don't need to know how much money I make, but what you do need to know is how much money is in the foreign exchange market. $5.3 trillion a day being traded. $5.3 trillion a day being traded. Over 11 trillion with cryptocurrency. That's the foreign exchange market. It's been around longer than any of us. It's been around over 2,000 years. So the market itself, you're talking about we know for a fact that the stock market is there and it works. We just don't know how to do it. However, when you this is global. So when you take all these major markets and you put them into a global market, you have the foreign exchange market. We're not purchasing stock. We're trading. We're buying one currency and selling another. So I'm not holding on to anything. So what's happening today, for example, these trade wars, the things that are happening, it does not matter. It does not matter to you as someone who is trading in the foreign exchange market. So understand the power of what you have. People are on TV crying about the Dow being down. They're crying about what's happening, but we don't care, because even when the Dow goes down, we make money. Understand the power of what you have. And then you want to edify the company. The company is a true education platform. The company is strictly education. And when you think about the power of education, when I introduced myself, I told you about the degrees behind my name, the certificates, the credentials, but it doesn't matter. But I'm saying this to you for you to understand. If we didn't believe in education, I wouldn't be doing that. If we didn't believe in education, then we wouldn't be sending our kids off to college. But the important thing is, what are you being educated upon? So understanding the company is an education platform. The company is a true education platform where we're talking about educating, financially empowering 1 million families. And because this company is a true education platform, we learn how to profit. We learn how to enroll. We learn how to learn the tools, the market, the software, the systems, and then that puts us in a position of profit. That's what the company does. True education, financially empowering. And then we want to, because you're on this call, you've taken it to the next level. You've taken it to the next step. And you want to edify your business partners. Your business partners. See, BYOB, be your own bank. The beauty behind it is Tasha M. Dyer, financial advisor. That's enough right there. Mr. Gerald D. Rogers, investment banking, business owner. Also built an organization of over 30,000 people. So when we say follow the yellow brick road, I'm on the yellow brick road. Because you're talking about over 30,000 people. That's how you financially empower and impact 1 million. That's how you do it. You follow that yellow brick road. But another thing about him is when you log on the web analyzer. When you log into one of the tools, see that 10-minute video? You send that 10-minute video to someone, I want you to pay attention to the web analyzer because that's my coach and my mentor. See, the company gets to hear from him, but when you become part of the BYOB movement, you are now a part of history because he is speaking to the entire company, but you're going to get to work personally with him. Also on that tool is a strategy that is created by my business partner, my coach, my mentor, Tasha Dyer, who also created the strategy, and it literally has a 92% accuracy rate. 92% accuracy rate. So you're going to be able to be coached. You're going to be able to be taught by her as well. You're going to be able to interact with her and not just see the strategy on the web analyzer. These are the things that you want to highlight. These are the things that you want to point out. These are the things that you want to emphasize is why someone, see, you're sending them that 10-minute video and it has the web analyzer on there, but guess what? All of the tools put you in a position of profit, but my coach, my mentor is the one speaking to the entire company. Tasha Dyer, also my business partner, is the one that has created a strategy that is also housed in a web analyzer. Dr. Craig Bythewood, PhD in finance and economics. Every Tuesday and Thursday, he hosts a call called A Talk with the Finance Doctor. See, the beauty behind that is every time you seek financial information and you want some information, you're doing it from somebody that gets paid. That's me. That's me with that title behind my name, those licenses. See, I was benefiting off of what was given, but see, I have morals and values. That's why I'm on this call. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing what I do now, because I'm helping you learn how to fish. So when you get to interact and you get to speak to someone like Dr. Craig Bythewood twice a week, who has a PhD in finance and economics, over 25 years experience. CFO, check, he's done it. Educator, check, he's done that too. So also a consultant, check, he's done that too. So when you are sharing and this information, when you're edifying, which simply means build up. So when you're edifying, you look at who's going to be on this call. So yes, on Tuesday night at 7:30, we have a call. It's a VIP. It's a 1 million family VIP call where we're talking about the education. And how do you get someone on that call? By helping them understand who is going to be on that call. This is not an average call, but who's going to be on that call? This is not a call you want to miss. And you also want to edify the industry. The industry. Direct sales. Yes, that's what it is. It's direct sales. But understand, what is direct sales? What is that? This is about distribution. You are creating distribution centers. You are creating ATM machines. And I want you to think about this for a second. Paint a picture. Understand, everything is getting more direct to the consumer. So direct sales is probably, if not the best thing that you will ever be a part of. Direct sales. Netflix. Remember this store called Blockbuster? I know I'm telling my age, but that's what, when we wanted to see a movie, it wasn't get on my smart TV or DVD and all this stuff and pop this in and I could watch it right now. We had to get up, get in the car and go to Blockbuster. That's what we had to do. And you had to rewind it before you took it back or you would get charged more. That's the way we used to live. But then they had a company that came out called Netflix. Well, guess what? You couldn't get the movie right then. They had to mail it to you. It still wasn't online streaming. They literally had to mail it to you. So nobody reacted. Nobody adjusted because they didn't think that we would want something that direct because we had to wait for it to get to the house. Well, guess what? Where's Blockbuster? Where is it at? It's no longer here. Direct sales. They went straight and direct to the consumer. Then where's Walmart? Kmart is gone because Walmart came on the scene. Walmart changed distribution. They got more direct to the consumer. They cut costs. They made it better for the consumer and got more direct because they totally changed the distribution. They totally changed it. And now where's Kmart? Because they didn't make adjustments until it was too late. The writing's been on the wall, but they didn't make those changes and those adjustments. So they're no longer here. I saw one when I moved to Jacksonville, but it's gone. It's no longer there. These big empty buildings, whole bunch of them around Jacksonville, a whole bunch of them around the cities that you're in. And then Amazon came. Once again, we got a little bit more direct. Nobody's going to want to shop online. That's not going to happen. Well, guess what? Walmart took a hit. Of course, they bounced back as Walmart, but they're smart enough to understand that I need to adjust. I need to change because Amazon got direct to the consumer. Direct. You can literally sit in your house, click, 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 and have it the next day now. Direct to the consumer. So what you see in these thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of stores that are shutting down day after day and week after week and month after month. I believe Payless is the largest liquidation that's happened. What you're seeing is people didn't react. They didn't believe. They didn't understand. But see, so it's beautiful and it's wonderful that you are a part of direct sales because it only takes a few. It only takes enough. And because of that, that's why Amazon, that's why Walmart, that's why Netflix and all of them are where they are today. So where are you going to be? Because we started this call with you acclaiming and affirming that you're wealthy and affirming that you're a billionaire. That's how we started this call. And then, so that is the edification. You want to make sure that you edify those things. But now on number 3, I want to promote. Because after I've edified, I want to promote. Now, you control your attitude, you control the frequency, you control what comes out of your mouth, which means you control how it's received. You have to control what comes out of your mouth, and that's going to control how it's received. You have to control your attitude, your urgency. That's going to control how it's received. So you control all of that. And you want to set goals. You want to make sure you set goals for other people. You have to set those goals. Think about it. You've been being told what to do since the time you were a child. So you want to set those goals. You want to let them know that this is where you need to be and this is why. So when you have a gentleman that opened a restaurant like Starbucks, and to the average coffee drinker, you understand that that's something serious. For me to leave my house and get in line and pay some money for something I can get in my kitchen. But it's all about how he promoted it. Because you can't think he's the only coffee person out there. You can't think the coffee is just that great, that it's so different than anything that anybody else has. No, it's just coffee. It's just coffee. And it's not the best coffee. But it's how he promoted it. Because even I'll go to Starbucks because it's all about the promotion. And I know I can go somewhere else and get it to taste better. But it's all about how he promoted it. It's all about how they promote it. And do you understand that they're also now one of the retailers that is accepting Bitcoin? So understand the industry that you're in. They're now accepting that. It's all changing in our faces. It's all changing. So you have to create that value. So when you're telling someone that I have a call, I have a 1 million family VIP call, I have this information being shared, you need to understand that you could be trading. You could be trading in the largest financial market there is. But let me tell you who's going to be on this call. You see, it's all about how you promote it. It's all about how you share it. And then number 4 is fear of loss. See, people are normally moved by losing something. They're normally moved by feeling that they're going to get left out. Help me understand. This goes back to promoting as well, but it also feeds in the fear of loss. Because help me understand, how is it that we are in May, which is Memorial Day weekend? Memorial Day. What does memorial mean? Memorial. That's not an exciting event. That's not an event that I want to celebrate. It's about the lost, the fallen, the ones that are no longer here. Memorial. But yet, what do I see before I see any of the honoring those people? Before you see any of that? What do you see? You see commercials about buying some furniture. You see commercials about promoting events, about barbecues. You see those things being promoted. That's what you see. Nothing, and not one promotion about what that day is truly about. So because they promoted it, you feel like that's the day I need to get some furniture. You feel like that's the day I can't miss this sale. You feel like that's the day I need to go trade my car in. That's when all these things happen, because they've created a fear of loss, because you now feel like you're going to miss out. See, that missing out part is the same urgency and the same feeling that you have to put into someone else. Because what side do you want to sit on? Do I want to be a part of the individuals that are going to miss out, like those stores that shut down because they missed the writing on the wall, because they didn't adapt and they didn't adjust? Do I want to sit over there, or do I want to be a part of the 1 million? Do I want to be a part of the ones who get it? Do you want to be a part of my board of directors? Because I'm on this call because I've decided to take advantage of both platforms. I decided that I want to learn the skill set of trading. I've accepted the challenge to learn how to be my own bank. But I'm also on this call because I made a decision. And I made that decision to learn. I made a decision to create distribution centers and ATM machines, because I understand that everything back as far as I can remember is getting more direct to the consumer. So I'm participating in a market that's more direct. I'm participating because the people that participate in that market, they are wealthy. And I've affirmed that I'm wealthy. So it's that fear of loss. And then vision talk. Vision talk. We made a decision that we're going to financially empower and educate 1 million families by the 28th of March, 2021. That's the vision. That's going to happen. Write the vision and make it plain. That's going to happen. So are you a part of that 1 million? And being that you're a part of that 1 million, how many families are you going to financially empower? How many families are you going to be responsible for sharing this information so they could be a part of the 1 million? Do you know the impact that Be Your Own Bank, BYOB, is going to have globally because you're a part of the 1 million? Because you've accepted the challenge? Do you understand what your yes means? Do you understand the lives that are going to be changed? Do you know where this is going? Do you see the women's movement? The women's movement is changing lives. The faith and finance movement is changing lives. The Boost to Bank is changing lives. It's all a part of Be Your Own Bank. Be Your Own Bank. Accepting the challenge to be your own bank is changing lives. Period. So you become that 7-figure earner, and you do it on both platforms. You are a part of the 1 million. And being a part of the 1 million means that you share this information and you are financially empowering 1 million. Now, how do we do that? I'm going to share some information with you. Give me a second as I pull it up. It's coming. Yeah, it's coming. Okay, so this is the Be Your Own Bank Power Start. This is the Power Start. And this Power Start is very, very simple. It is step 1, step 2, step 3. Just that easy. And in step 1, you create. So that means you're enrolled. That means you get enrolled. And that means that you go through basics 1. You go through the IML Academy and you start with the basics. And you also want to complete your technical analysis. And you want to make sure you have all the proper apps. But you want to make sure you go to BYOBforlife.net, BYOBchallenge.net. Now, I'm telling you, BYOB Challenge, you're definitely going to remember that. BYOBchallenge.net. You go to that website and you get a copy of this PDF. And you make sure you register for the 21-day e-coaching subscription. And then you want to begin to share with contacts. Now, you're doing all this at the same time. So I'm being educated, I've enrolled, and I'm learning, and I'm putting myself in a position of profit. And then I share. Now, how do I share? See, all this is done simultaneously. So I write a list. I get a sheet of paper and I write a list. I write a list of 100 names. Okay? I write that list down. And when I write that list down, I began to contact. See, on that list are people who want to be financially empowered. This is a list of people that you believe that you know want to be a part of the 1 million. And that list has to have 100 names. And I'm going to explain to you why 100 is so important. And then you want to, as you go through this list, who are my flat tire friends? Who can I count on? Who can I call? If we can go to the movies, we can talk about being 1 million financially empowered families. If we can go kick it, I'm going to talk to you about being 1 million of the financially empowered families. That's how important that is. And then you want to highlight the 25 most successful people that you know. Now, guess what? Success understands success. Look at the level of success that you had in your life. Look at the level of success that you've accomplished and acquired and the people close to you. But you're on this call. You're on this call because you understand success. You're on this call because you understand. See, you know what success means. So if I know what success is, then I'm going to reach out to those that are just as or more successful than I am. That's what you want to do. And then you want to write those names out and you want to go through the list. Now, you want to share the information, and you want to have a VIP launch within your first 72 hours. Now, these are the numbers. Why is that list so important? We're going to use 40 people, for example. Now, everyone that has gone to a store has said, I'm going window shopping. The business owner, because they have the mind of a CEO, they don't care about those that say they're going window shopping. They understand that they have to create foot traffic for their business. So this is why that's so important, because we want our friends and family to be a part of the 1 million. We want everyone we know to be a part of the 1 million. We believe that everyone should and be willing to accept to be part of the 1 million. But the reality is everybody's not mentally, we started with mindset. So everybody's not mentally there yet. They're going to get there, but it's just when they get there. So you have to go through the foot traffic. You have to create the foot traffic. How do I know who's ready to go window shopping? How do I know who's ready to get to the register? How do I know who's ready to be a part of the 1 million? That's why that list is so important. So I invite a minimum of 40, 20 confirmed, 10 show up. 40 people walk into a store, 40 people. 40 people say that they're going to come. Yeah, 40 people see the grand opening sign. That's what it is. 40 people see the sign. 40 people see the ad on TV. 40 people see come buy furniture on Memorial Day weekend. 40 people saw it. 20 say, I'm going. 20 call their friends and say that they're going. 20 say, this is what's going to happen. 20 people make plans for this weekend, for Memorial Day weekend, not this weekend, but Memorial Day weekend, so that's what we're talking about. 20 people make plans to go, yet only 10 actually do it. It's just the law of numbers. No matter what you're doing, it's just the law of numbers. And then, out of those 10 that actually go, only 5 of them are actually going to get enrolled. Only 5 of them are actually going to buy some furniture. Only going to say, I'm ready to be a part of the 1 million. Only 5. And so what's going to happen is you understand that those 5 will be so, and you creating those distribution channels and those ATM machines. But we want to make sure that we're talking to at least 5 a day. As we go through that list of 100, we are talking to 5 people. You remain in control because you are a business owner. You don't give someone your information and allow them to call you back or say, I'll call you back when I get to it. That's not how it happens. And I'm going to show you how that works in just a minute. But you also want to give a 9-month commitment to birth your business. There's that word commitment again. You want to make sure you give a 9-month commitment. And what's going to happen? You're going to enroll your first IML Academy customer. You're going to enroll, someone that's your first person that says they're ready to accept the challenge. And then you'll enroll 3, and then you'll earn your money back because you become a Platinum 600. A Platinum 600 is $600 a month residually. And that has absolutely nothing to do with your trade account. And then you want to register. You want to make sure you're registered. This weekend, all events you want to be registered for. This weekend, we have the Jacksonville Trade Expo. Driving distance, you in the area, you need to be here. And then in July the 20th, you do not want to miss this event. I cannot say it enough. This is an event that you do not want to miss. So July the 20th. Hold on, let's mute. July the 20th. You want to make sure that you're registered for this leadership conference. Jacksonville, Florida. This is not a driving distance event. This is what you have to do to get there event, because this is how you create your distribution channels. You want to pre-register, and that pre-registration ends this week. This is it. That early bird special is over after this, and you want to make sure you're registered. And then we're also our weekly calls, because in between events is how you grow. In between events is how you take it to the next level. Sunday night leadership call. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't miss that call. Yes, it gets posted, but I shouldn't have to post it. No one tells you about your job. These calls are at the same exact time every week. 8 p.m. Sunday night. That's just for us. That's not for guests. Every other call you can invite a guest to. Monday night, BYOB Power Start. You need to be on this call till you can do this call. You need to be on this call because what gets done gets duplicated. So as you're growing your distribution centers, as you're growing your ATM machines, as you're sharing this information, what's important for you to know is that you want the individuals you share this with, your business partner, your board of directors, to be on this call. Because the same way McDonald's has a system and anybody can step into it and it runs efficiently, is the exact same system that we have. And then on Tuesday night, starting tomorrow, I'm so excited. We have our 1 million families VIP call. Invite your friends, your family, invite everyone, because this is about being financially empowered. This call is about the financial education. It's about how we're going to financially impact 1 million families. That's what this call is about. You want to max out this call. That's what this is for. This is for everyone to understand how they can be the 1 million financially empowered. And then on Tuesday and Thursday nights at 9 p.m., we have our BYOB tools training. At 10 p.m., we have a talk with the finance doctor. That is Dr. Craig Bythewood. And then you want to make sure that you're reading. Leaders are readers. You want to make sure you're reading. And this month, we're on a mental fast, which means that even if you've read the book before, even if you've seen the book before, even if you've never bought the book or never heard of it, you need to be reading these books. It is a mental fast this month. So these books are Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Remember, we start with your mindset, how to win friends and influence people. Think it, speak it. We talk about speak it. How do you relate to people? How do you talk to them? How do you do it? How to win friends and influence people. And then we want success on God's terms. This book is co-authored by our coach and our mentor. And then it's co-authored by his coach and his mentor. That's the gentleman that is actually going to be here in July. Let me tell you something. You don't want to miss it. But God is the foundation of everything that we do. So with that, that's why this book is on here. And then the Cash Flow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. Everyone falls into a part of this cash flow quadrant. However, it's when you learn how to make your money work for you. So we're talking about transitioning and moving to the other side of the quadrant. And in your first year in network marketing, direct sales. every person, everyone that has a job, you go through their orientation, you go through their education platform, you go through their training. Well, guess what? You are now in business for yourself, and you are now your own CEO. So with that being said, are you truly doing what is best for you and your business? So all 5 of these books, all 5 of them this month, we're reading. We read them all the time, but we are on a mental fast for the month of May. And then this is the most important part. We are almost done. We're almost finished. So I need you to pay attention. So we're talking about your VIP calls. We're talking about sharing this information. Now, you want to stop and qualify your contacts. And my initial question, what I want to ask someone is, are you ready to accept the challenge to learn how to be your own bank? Are you ready? This either a yes or a no. And then you want to qualify them. So when you speak to them, you say I am, which means you schedule a meeting, and a meeting, you got them back on the phone. Over the past 10 years, out of all the money that flowed through your bank account, how much has your bank paid you for using your own money? Pause. Let them answer. Let them answer. And then you ask, how does that make you feel? And then you ask, if there was a way to learn a new skill set that would teach you how to multiply your money, would you take advantage of it? After those yeses, that's when you put them on a 10-minute video. After those yeses. And then when I get them back on the call, I want to ask them on a scale of 1 to 10. So you got to sort them. You need to know where they're at, where their mind is. It's at this point, after they seen the 10-minute video, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being that you're ready to accept a challenge to learn how to be your own bank and build a business, and 1 being you're ready to accept the challenge to learn how to be your own bank. What's your number? What's your number? And they're going to give you a number 1 through 10. They have to give you a number. And when they give you that number, if they're a 1 through 6, they just want to be educated. They just want to accept the challenge. And we let them do that. We don't try to push them or coerce them into doing anything else. And then a 7 through 10, 7 through 10 means that they want to be a part of your board of directors. They want to also earn residual income. So you get out the way. You get them on the phone with your coach or your mentor. You do a 3-way call. You get them on your VIP call. You get out the way. Remember, they know you as who you are. So we're talking about business now. We've added a business component. So you want to make sure that, see, 1 through 6 means I'm educating. We're all educating. But 7 through 10, we're talking about business. So you want to get out the way, and you want to make sure that you edify your business partner properly. And then we want to close it out and understand this is those numbers. Those numbers. You invite 40. Foot traffic, you have to create it. 20 confirm, 10 show up. And 3 to 5 become customers, and then your business partners, and you're going to get the customers out of that. And that is why that is so very important. And then you want to recognize the designated expansion hubs. New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, Philadelphia, Baltimore, D.C., Atlanta, Houston, Tampa, Memphis, and Miami. But understand, those are designated expansion areas. We are global. We are global. And because we are global, that means that it's not just those areas, it's wherever you are. Where are you? So wherever you are is part of that 1 million. Wherever you are is a family that's ready to be financially educated. But they're not going to know about it until you open your mouth. You have to open your mouth. And when you open your mouth, you are becoming part of the 1 million, and you are impacting people's lives. And they need this information. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night at 7:30, I'm excited. 7:30. It is a VIP call. It is a 1 million family VIP call. I am going to share this. I'm going to share it again. I'm going to put it in our Facebook group, in our WhatsApp. This information is about to be sent out again. 1 million families, Tuesday night at 7:30. I will see you on that call with individuals that you are ready to take to the next level. You are ready to make a move and take it to the next level with these individuals. Ladies and gentlemen, you all have a wonderful and blessed evening, and this will officially conclude this call.